All right, welcome back to LearnWire. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Peppertype versus Bramework. Now, this might be my last versus video on Peppertype for a while. Don't want to burn you guys out on the Peppertype videos, but just wanted to get the last one that was pretty popular on the vote. I think it got second, actually. So I wanted to get these ones out, the Jasper one, the Bramework, and the word hero one. All right, so we're going to jump in. Now, the difference between the two softwares right away, and most of you already know this, is that Brainwork specializes in long-form blog post creation, and so we're not going to be able to test the social media aspect, emails, Quora answers, like we have in the other two videos. So in today, it's only going to be, like you have to know, if you're going after each one of the softwares and you're trying to pick between Peppertype and Bramework, you really have to decide what you are needing an AI writer for. If you're solely using an AI writer to create emails, to create advertising copy and Facebook and Google ads, if you're using it to answer on Quora answers right over here, right? And you still want to be able to create blog posts and everything, I can just say Peppertype is going to be the better tool, because you really are able to do just about everything that you need to do with an AI writer inside of Peppertype. Now, if you want to focus on pumping out blog content and blog articles extremely fast with the best workflow that I've seen in an AI writer so far. This comes packed with speed, workflow, good quality content comes out, and you can add images inside of Brainwork. It's just a really great tool for creating blog posts very quickly. Then Bramework might be the answer for you. So we're only going to be talking about the long form editor. We're going to write some articles in this video. So let's jump in real quick. So we're going to use the same topic we've been using in the last couple of videos. And I'm going to come through here, and you will just be able to see right here. I'm going to go ahead, and because some of you will not have watched the other two videos. They really are literally just the last two videos. If you just go to my channel, you'll see that I have two other Peppertype versus videos versus other softwares. But I am going to go ahead and clear this out, and we're going to start from scratch real quick. And what we would do is you can go over to the blog ideas section, and we can just put in what we want to write about here and create content here. Okay, so then we get all these different topics, top 10 exercises for core activation to improve weight loss results. Let's go with that one. That's a specific topic. We're going to copy that, right? And then what we'll do is we'll come into the note section, and the more that I'm using the note section, the more I'm actually liking it. I'm not saying it's the same as Word Heroes, pretty robust editor, content editor, and things like that. But it is nice to know that you have somewhere to paste your content in very quickly. I really like that. So this is really more of the description or meta description. And then we're going to come through here, and we'll go into, you can just type in blog, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections will show up right over here. Now we have our idea, so that's pretty much what we're going to go with the title. Then what we can do is go with the blog intro is what I like to go with next. And we'll just grab this content actually up here and see what comes up with, if it will actually. Okay, so it's not listing out the but we don't need the outline yet, so this is decent. We can come through here, the core of the bodies neglected. That's fine. So we're going to go with that as our intro. I'm going to come through here and just paste the intro in, and then what we can do is just come back and go to the blog outline section, right? And then we'll put this in again, and then push create content, and hopefully it'll come up with 10. I might need to also put the top 10 exercise for core activation at the top up here. We'll see what kind of results we get. So there we go. This one listed 6 right there. I'm going to try again, and this time what we're going to do is put this right up here as the topic as well. And then also I'm going to remove this part right here. We really just want to top 10 exercises and create. Let's see what it'll come up with real quick for us. Okay, so we're getting about 4 right now. Let's see right here. So sometimes it will extend all the way up to about 10, but we're not getting that right now. We're going to try one more time. I think we got worse results by changing out the brand right here. So I'm going to put that back in. List the top 10 exercises for core activation to improve weight loss. And I'm really going to say list the top 10 exercises. And I'm actually going to just say for core. So we're going to say top 10 exercises to improve your abs or something like that, right? Create content, because your core is your abdomen. So we'll see what we can come up with right here. Maybe simplifying the AI. Okay, so it did a lot better right here. Crunch exercises, sit-ups, leg touches, all those are really good. All right, so it took a little bit. Now, take note on how I changed up the edit details section, and we finally got a really good outline right here. So we're going to go copy right here, and it worked great. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with spending 3 minutes trying to figure out a better way to get the AI to do what we want it to. Doesn't mean the AI is no good. Just means that we needed to actually do a better job with our actual details in here. And once we simplified it down and didn't confuse it, it did really well. Okay, so now what I like to do is just push return. We won't do all these because we don't really need to, but I will just demonstrate for you what it looks like. So then the next thing we do is we go to crunch exercises, and I usually do highlight the number 1 there. Now we go over here to this blog heading expander tool, and we'll put this in right over here. And then what we'll do on the blog topic is really just right here. And we'll put that in right here, and we'll say create content. And it should talk about the crunch exercises. So we do not need to be an expert to know that the human body is made up of human muscles and bones. The muscles are attached, blah, blah, blah. The core muscles are important because, so it's more like an intro. The crunch, also known as the abdominal crunch, is one of the most popular exercise core. So this one's perfect. So we'll go copy there. It did great on that one. We'll throw that in, and then we'll go right here, and we'll go back to edit details and just simply go boom. And then right here is where you're off to the races, and it usually does a really, really good job. So sit up and reach exercises are one of the best exercises. Copy we got right there. It's on point. And we'll just do a couple more real quick. Edit details, come through here, boom, create content. So once you get to this point, it's really going to start blowing up. You're going to be able to knock this out in about 10 minutes. Leg touches stayed right on point. I'm not going to read the rest of it. As long as it's on point for now, we are good. I mean, you can read through this, obviously pause the video, but it's talking about leg touches there, leg touches there. So it is very much on point, and that's what we need. And we'll come back and do this one as well. Peppertype. I've said this in every video. In their long form editor right over here, they just need to put like right up here, they just need to put the word count, the amount of words that you have in here. Because if you're using this exactly the way that I am right now to actually write articles, then it would be nice to know how much content you actually have, right? Bicycle exercises is right here. Okay, so then you would just keep going through very easily, and then you have the conclusion right here, and they do have a conclusion right over here. You can use the blog conclusion, and you can just come through here and get a kind of a generic right here. So I'll just copy that down, put that in, and create content for our conclusion. And then we'll come back through here. We'll make this an H2. Then we'll come through here. The core is one of the most important parts. We hope you enjoyed this blog post, something like that. What is your go-to workout? Yeah, we'll go with this one. Let's push return right here. And we'll get rid of this line. And you could also get rid of that sentence. We don't need them to contact us. And there we go. So then what you would do is just come right up here, put your cursor right here, and go put these as H2s or H3s, depending on which way you like to do your SEO structure. And you can come through like that. And then this would be the H1 title and so forth. And this could be your meta description. You could just delete this if you wanted to. And then you could also put it in italics right there. So this is what it looks like, right? And then what I do from here is I take this and I copy this, Control A, Control C. I copy this and I go through it in Word, Microsoft Word. This is probably about 700 words or so. And then I pull it into Word to look at how many words it is. But then this is ready to go, and we can go and do copyscape checks on this. Now this Peppertype, it's been checking out really well for us. And so I guess we could go and do that real quick. I'm just going to copy the content that we have. We'll go over to copy escape. This isn't really a like how fast test, how fast we can create content test. I guess more about the speed is what you guys are probably, more about the, the speed and the workflow is really what we're comparing in this video. So it's no results. So it's 100% unique content, with Peppertype. So we're going to jump into Bramework now. So overall, Peppertype, really, really good stuff here. You probably can write in just about any. Its strengths is that it pretty much stays on topic. If you fill out the AI correctly, it stays on topic and it just creates really, really good content. So we're going to go into Bramework real quick, and then I'm going to go to Dashboard, AI Writing Assistant, New Post or New Project, and then we're going to go copy our main keyword, our seed keyword, and push Continue and Continue. We can add some more stuff in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we'll say create. And it's going to come up here and you're going to get a full editor here. And this is where Bramework shines. A very clean, crisp, very fast word editor here. And what you can do is it just takes you through the steps super fast. And this is, I would say that this one would be even more so for a beginner blogger. It's just going to do everything for you. So we have the titles over here. We're going to say generate. It's going to take how to lose weight and gain muscle and come up with some titles for us. How to lose weight and gain muscle with these easy tips. Perfect. Let's just go. And then here's 3 tricks to help you get it done. Let's go with one with a number like we did on the other one, which was a number. So we can say, boom, there's our title. Then you're going to go to outlines and you're going to say generate. So far we have not touched anything. And we're getting our outlines right here. Okay, so we have this introduction, and just so you know, you can also generate more. Like if we said top 5 tips and it only gave us 3 here, the trick is just generate more and then steal from the other tricks that it gave you. And right here we can say branch chain amino acid supplements, lift heavy weights, and eat enough protein, find your protein sweet spot, eat enough fat. So that's a new one, right? And then use strength training. So you could take these 2 right here and you could make this a 5 tricks if you wanted to. And that's really the way that the creator of the software says to use it as well, is just generate more, and then you can combine this to make your best outline. And I recommend spending 5 to 10 minutes on the outline, getting it nice and set up, because that's what's really going to help you shine. Actually, and I'm going to do that in this one. We're going to say plus here. Okay. And then right here, I'm going to say 5. I'm going to change this to 5 tricks, right? And then what we're going to do is come over here and I'm going to just push the return button and then push the plus over here. And then this is exactly what he says to do. So we already have protein. We don't talk about fat up there. So let's go right here. And we're going to just push the return button and push paste. And this is going to be our tip number 4, right? Eat enough fat and then use strength training, which is great. This can be trick number 5. So copy that, right? Paste and label this as number 5. Okay. So then this right here, you can just get rid of this right here and push the backspace button. And then look at this. You're ready to go. You've got a nice outline. You already have the introduction ready to go. Now you can remove the introduction right there. Put your cursor right here, push backspace 1 time. Conclusion, you can go ahead and make these into H2s in a minute, but right now what we're going to do is we are going to just highlight this, and then we're going to say paragraph. And this is where Bramework is just really fun. One of the most common mistakes people make when trying to lose weight and gain muscle is not eating enough protein. Protein is essential for both goals and lack of. So look right there. It's talking about protein. Boom, done. All right, so then we're going to come through here and we can just literally look how fast it is. Now, it didn't give us a lot of content there, but I like to just get our structure right here by just clicking this and pushing paragraph. And you can see we have 421 words, and we have not written a single word, and we already have a 400 word piece of content, which is cool. We do need to copy that again, I guess. Remove that. Okay, and then to structure this, we're going to go H2, H2. This is super fast. When you're in here, it just feels right. Bramework, it just has a really nice workflow. So now you're ready to go. You have your structure right here. Now, what we can do is come through here, and you can actually highlight a certain amount of text here, and then you can push the paragraph button. but you can only, like see right here, we're highlighting an entire sentence right here. So a tip that I would use is just say, we need to eat more protein because, and then you can highlight this. It only can be like maybe up to 10 words. As you can see, we tried to use this whole sentence right here, which is a standard size sentence. It's not even that big. And we're not able to push the paragraph button because it's too much content. Now, I think that they'll be changing this and upgrading this in the future because they need to, my only complaint about Bramework, they really need to make this into where we can use the AI write more button a little bit more, a little easier. But my way around that is just to write another thought. We need to eat more protein because, and then push paragraph. Protein is essential for protein weight loss. It helps keep you right there. So it gives us another sentence, but it doesn't give us a whole paragraph or anything like that. It didn't give us a ton of content, right? But we can leave that one up there. And then right here, I'm just going to say, we do have this green. We're going to see if it will write for us right here. Lift heavy weights, lifting weights, trick 3, perform cardiovascular. So it went into trick 3 right here, kind of like a list, and that's not what we want, right? So we do need to remove that. So it didn't really stay on topic, but when you lift heavy weights, and then now write more. And then, so that part is not really working for us. It's not continuing our thought with when you lift heavy weights, it should continue that sentence and that thought, but really it's just jumping into trick 3. It's kind of going off of the AI pattern. So this is one thing that has not been the most successful with me with Bramework. I find that, getting to this point right here is beautiful. And depending on, for massive list posts, where you have 20 or more things on your list, this works really, really good because you're done. This would even work good for a YouTube video. But when it comes to writing more content inside of Bramework, that's where this one actually struggles. You can see I'm trying multiple tests. I can't highlight this whole thing right here and say paragraph. It won't do it. It will not do it because the sentence is too long. Now, if we highlight just a little bit, maybe include some healthy sources in your diet, paragraph. Eating a healthy diet is essential to losing weight and gaining muscle. You should include a variety of healthy sources in your diet, including that sort of works, but it really limits you very specifically. Try to avoid high fat. Let's see if we can get the shortest sentence and push paragraph. It worked right there. So that's where you're going to have to fool around with Bramework to get it to work for you. But now it's going to talk about processed foods and such, doing a really good job right there. So you do have to kind of fool around with the software a little bit and the AI, burn more calories and boost your muscle growth. You're going to have to, but like right here, if we do that, then it's really going to, it might not talk about supplements. Let's push paragraph and see, because we're really trying to talk about supplements right here, but I can't highlight this whole sentence. I'm going to push paragraph real quick. If you want to burn more calories, there are a few things you need to do. First, make sure you eat enough protein, maintain. Second, increase. And it didn't even talk about supplements right there. So that one really wouldn't be a good, so you need to take supplements before and after your workout. We could use the write more button, but we already know it's not going to give us much. Okay, so let's just see what it does to make sure that you are getting, and then it went right into trick 4. So you would remove this because it didn't, and then it literally just wrote like 4 words for us. It just did not do a good job. So what I'm going to do is remove that and then take this thought right here and try the paragraph button again. Before you start your workout, make sure, and then really you wouldn't need this right here. So this is the part that I really just think that Bramework needs a lot of improvement on, because even when we write our own thought and we want to push the green write more button, it does not, it only gives us a few words. It's not expanding on the content, and we want content, we want paragraphs, right? So I find that once you make it up, having a big outline in Bramework and then using the, paragraph button works really well. But then once you have your structure and make it past those few steps, that's where Bramework starts not doing as well. Now, absolutely, Bramework is worth getting. It's a great tool, I really do think. But what I'm going to be doing is doing some tests where I take this whole thing right here and go put it in Word Hero. And let's just go and do that real fast. I'm going to go into Word Hero. I'm going to say, go into the editor. And we have a full edit right here. We'll put that in right here. And then we will also highlight all this. Copy. I want to see if this will actually work. I've talked about it in a couple videos already, but then now we come through here. We want it to write more about eat enough protein. And I'm going to say write more. Protein is essential for weight loss and muscle growth. It helps to keep you full and satisfied. So it's now going to just keep writing for us by pushing. This is what Bramework needs to integrate, or it's going to fall behind with all these other AI writers that allow you to do this. Look at. So now we can come in here and actually increase our word count. It's ending on sentences and just do the write more. Now we're talking about lifting heavy weights. So it did go into trick 3 right there. What we would do right here is just say another great thing that lifting heavy weights does is, and then I'll push the write more. Help you improve your flexibility, which is also it will help to maintain a healthy and fit body. So for whatever reason, both AIs really do want to go into trick number 3 right here, but we're able to get more content, which is good. We'll also come through here and we'll see if it can write more on the branch chain amino acids, BCA. Nope, it went right into trick 4. Come on, we can't slow that down. So it kind of works. I'm going to say right here, write more. Trick 4, yeah, so it's having a little bit of a hard time right here as well. So that's good. It worked like 50% maybe of the time. Might not be something that I would work into my process, but it's kind of cool that I tried that out right in front of you guys. It's not really what I wanted this video to be. But one thing that you could do in combination with Peppertype and Bramework, right, is you could actually go and expand your content and use some of the you could use the blog post expander here to get even more content in here. But that's the two tools. Like I said, getting your blog up and running, your blog post up and running and getting an outline and everything, Bramework wins. It's super fast. But as far as just creating the content, it also does a good job at getting your first kind of skeleton of the product, it does a really good job with that as well. But Peppertype can do the same thing. Just takes different steps, right? And a little bit more copying and pasting. But then you would be able to continue to expand on the content as well using Peppertype. So I really can't say which one's better. I mean, I just laid this out in front of you guys. You have to pick which tool looks better to you, which one you think works better with your workflow. I love for the steps in Brainwork to get to the point where you actually have your first skeleton outline. There's no other tool quite like it. Does a really, really good job. But as far as getting into the nitty gritty and writing a ton of content, I would say Peppertype probably wins. And yeah, that's my review. Both links, I love both softwares. I own both softwares. Both links will be in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button if this video gave you any value. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.